All right, so I already went over it with you, but I'm going to say it for them. Doing this to give people some insight on all different clients that I've helped, all different reasons for getting the policy, all different reasons for doing the transactions. I know you did too, so just speak as openly as you want to. I know in the beginning, like I said before, you did not have any trust. You didn't think it was real. You doubted me, which is completely normal. But I want you to share your experience from beginning to the end, if that's okay with you. So go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name is Need. I actually went through the process because I was going through something. I was in an apartment and our lease was coming to an end, so I was trying to get into another apartment. And at the time, my job wasn't paying enough funds for me to do all that. And on top of that, I didn't really have a car, so I was trying to also get a car. So it was just a lot of things that was going on. And I was young at the time, just trying to make a way for myself and everything. So I had came and Black Square, and they had went through a couple of information, and they just went through a lot with me, and just tried to go through a couple talks and phone calls and things. And at first, I was very hesitant because it's a lot of like, scammers and stuff out there in the world, and I don't really,
Speak
all my
openly again. Say exactly how you
yeah.
felt. Go ahead. Don't hold back.
I didn't want any of my information to be thrown out there to anyone or anyone to know any of my information, especially the information that is given for this process. And I was just very scared, honestly. And then I didn't really want it to be like I'm getting myself into something that I didn't know what was going on. So they actually broke it down to me, and we actually went over it for like some days, maybe some weeks,
Yeah, sure.
for me to actually get the confidence to do it and everything. But I am glad I did it because it really changed my life.
Awesome. I love hearing it. And obviously, again, I've been doing this for 10 years, so I would have the same trust issues. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm doing this. Is like, because my mind immediately is like, and I'm sure you're the same way, is like those reviews that are on BBB, that's great, but you're automatically going to assume that's fake. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah,
how my head
yeah.
is. So I'm like, all right, so I can't fake this. I guess you could if you were crazy, but it's a little too crazy of a fake. You know what I'm saying? So again,
Yeah,
I appreciate you. I'm glad you stayed on board because I know a lot of times clients don't stay on board because they literally are so scared that it's a scam. They don't have the faith. You ultimately
yeah,
had the faith. I appreciate you doing that very much. And then I know I ended up helping your siblings too, so I have you to thank for that as
yeah,
well. And they were the same way. Matter of fact, he's still a work in progress. He's going back and forth. I need to talk to him today actually, but I do appreciate you
yeah.
having the faith. I really do. You were awesome to work with, and we did it twice, obviously. So I'm glad it worked out ultimately, and I thank you so much for doing this. I hope that it helps someone. Obviously, all I'm going to do is quickly screen share. I'll show the documents that you signed very briefly with the redactions, of course, for your protection. So I'm going to start sharing, and so this is the. I'll go backwards, whatever. So this is the second one you did. You got the
Hmm.
8,500. This is the approved order. So this is oh no, I'm sorry. This is signed documents. So this shows what you're receiving on this one. This is what you were transferring, exchanging. So you gave up the future monthlies. This is the insurance company. Again, this is for them, not for you. You already know all this, but I just want them to see that
Yeah,
this is the actual docs. I redacted all your name. So the legal jargon is the legal jargon, but the most important part is the numbers. That's why I'm really only focusing on that. And then this is the order, which is you ended up getting 500 more due to rate changes. So I'll briefly explain that. You already know, but between
yeah,
the beginning signing date up until court, the rates typically adjust. And if they adjust in your favor, you're always going to get that difference, which is really good for you. And here's the judge's signature. So that's why the number changed. And that's really it. There's not much else to show. I'm just going to show this order approving and then your name's right here. So now everyone knows it's real. I'm going to stop sharing. So that's it. Obviously, unless you have anything more, I don't think you do. I really, really appreciate you. You were a pleasure to work with, and I'm still here. If you ever need input or anything like that, just because the policy's not there, I don't think you can't reach out. I really mean that. So thank you so much for taking the
yeah.
time, and I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.